Hello and welcome to Shapshooter Sports. Today my guest is Carter Chow. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, Ollie. It's a privilege to speak to you.
Oh, hey, Ollie, do you notice his last name and our last name is pretty similar?
Yes, but the last letter is kind of different.
Yes, that's right.
It's W and ours is U.
Yeah.
That's right. Who do you think spells it the right
way? Both of us?
Yeah, good answer.
Good answer,
There's no wrong way to spell Chow, right? All right, go ahead and do your thing, Ollie.
Tell me about what you do as a sports agent.
Okay, well, the one thing that I really enjoy about my job is the different things that I do, the variety of work. So every day is a little bit different depending on when we are in the calendar, if that makes sense. So right now, for example, we're in season, right? I work with NFL players, and the NFL season is in full swing right now. So a lot of discussions with my clients about the schedule for the week, how they played in the game, if they need anything for the week. We don't really have any concerns with travel or tickets or things like that this year, unfortunately, because not a lot of fans are allowed at games. But I'm having those kind of discussions with them, and then unfortunately, like we talked about a little bit, injuries are a part of our game, and so if one of my clients ever gets injured, then it's my job to make sure that I'm communicating with the team and talking to doctors and just making sure that we know exactly what needs to be done in the way of taking care of the injury. So whether it's getting a second opinion or getting surgery or just getting a rehab appointment set up, those are things that I'll help the client with as well. And then when we're not in the season, and I guess kind of now with the college season finishing up, another big part of what I do is trying to find new clients. So I'm watching a lot of college games and talking to scouts and coaches and trying to identify players that may be good clients for next year's draft or for the next year's draft. So those are a couple of things that keep me very busy. In addition to obviously negotiating contracts for our clients, whether it's their playing contract with the team, or if it's maybe a marketing deal or a sponsorship deal. Some of the things that your dad may be more familiar with in his business as well. So I do review and look at a lot of contracts for my clients as well.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
Oh, go ahead.
How did you become a sports agent?
Well, that's a good question. So I went to law school, and I always thought maybe I'd want to work in sports, but not necessarily as a sports agent. Maybe for a professional team or for an athletic department at a university. My father was a long-time college and NFL football coach, and so I really enjoyed football growing up, but I looked at it more as a business than as just a game, because it provided for our family. And so after law school, I was looking for a way to maybe stay in sports, stay close to football, but still be able to provide for my family. So I actually had an opportunity to work at my current firm. My partner now, the principal partner of our firm, is actually Chinese American, and he grew up in the Sacramento area and has created a nice practice for us, and gave me an opportunity to work with him about, 13 years ago. 14 years ago I joined him, and then 13 years ago I was certified as an NFL agent.
Wow. And Carter, to clarify, so to get certified, you have to go through the league. Is that correct?
Actually, through the Players Association.
Okay.
So the NFLPA, the National Football League Players Association, is the players' union. Okay, Ollie. So if you become an NFL football player, you belong to the union, and they work with the NFL, with the league, to bargain for certain benefits for the players. Everything from health benefits to salary to off-field or to working conditions. No different than if you were in the painters union or the steel workers union. And so I'm not a member of the union, but because I represent their players in contract negotiations, I have to be certified by the NFLPA. And in order to be certified, you have to have a certain amount of educational experience. So you have to have an advanced degree. I have a JD, having gone to law school, but they're agents with MBAs and master's degrees in different areas. And then you have to sit for an examination. So you have to take a test, and you have to pass the test. And then every year, usually at the NFL Combine, we have a continuing education seminar that we need to participate in. So there are certain things that we need to do every year to keep up our certification. In addition to paying, I have to pay a pretty hefty fee to maintain my certification in order to represent NFL players.
Oh, it's very interesting, Ollie. As you can see, it's not easy. All right, what else you got next, kid?
What does it take to be a good agent?
Wow, that's a good question. I mean, I think you have to be a good listener, because oftentimes you're trying to solve different problems, and in order to understand the problem, you have to listen. I think you have to be patient. I work with players. I work with their parents. Sometimes it's their wives or their girlfriends. And then on the other side, you're working with general managers and directors of college scouting and pro scouting, and sometimes even general managers and owners. And so you need to be able to understand what the problems are, or the issues that your clients are facing, and then have the patience to be able to discuss them properly with the right people. So and then I think experience and contacts are important as well. So just maintaining good relationships, and like in any other business or in life, Ollie, if you're a good person and you do things the right way, then you'll hopefully be respected in whatever industry you're working in, and that'll allow you to hopefully maintain relationships with people that'll allow you to get things done in your business.
Awesome. Now this next question might actually be Ollie's favorite one. So go for it, Ollie.
Who are some of the players you work with?
Oh, well, I heard you're a 49ers fan, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm really lucky to work with a couple of 49ers. So their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, is one of my clients.
You know him, Ollie?
Yes.
What number is he, Ollie?
Number 10.
Yeah, I heard he may have actually signed a ball for you. Is that true?
We're looking at it right now.
Do you have a ball in your house with his signature on it? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's here in his room. We're looking at it right now. Thank you.
Yeah, so Jimmy's one of our clients, and then I also represent two of their tight ends this year, Ross Dwelly and Charlie Warner. He's a rookie. He was their 6th round draft pick from Georgia. So I've got 3 clients on that team, and I don't root for any specific team, but they're one of my favorite teams because I've got so many clients there, and they've got a great organization. I think they're doing a nice job, with their players. So hopefully they can get their guys healthy and finish the year strong.
Yeah, definitely. But no matter what they go through, we're always good fans, right, Ollie? We always cheer for the Niners.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have some other players as well that you work with throughout the league, is that right?
So Julian Edelman is one of our clients. He's a wide receiver for the New England Patriots. And then a couple guys, I'd sent pictures to your dad. You may not even recognize them, but David Onyemata is a defensive lineman for the New Orleans Saints. And Michael Davis is a cornerback for the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers now. It's hard for me to get used to calling them Los Angeles Chargers. But so we represent about 25 players in the NFL right now, Ollie. And I've got 2 partners, and so the 3 of us work together to service all of our players, and we'll hope to add 5 or 6 new players for the 2021 draft as well.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, does that mean you get to go to a lot of games?
Well, I do get to go to some games. It just depends on depends on the year. Unfortunately, this year with the COVID situation, I haven't been able to go to any games. But I'm certainly watching all of my clients every weekend, and hoping that they stay healthy and that they play well. But I have been fortunate to go to a lot of games over the years.
Well, hopefully we can get back to that again soon. And speaking of those games you went to in the past, Ollie has a question about that. Go ahead, Val.
What are some of your favorite memories?
Well, it would definitely have to be going to some of those games and being able to participate in some of the experiences that my clients have had, and really the last couple Super Bowls have been memorable for me, Ollie, because I've been able to take my kids with me and have them have that experience as well. So this last Super Bowl in Miami, I've got 3 kids, and my youngest is a little bit too young to go to games, but my wife and my son and daughter, my daughter is 13 and my son is 10, got to go, and we were there to see the 49ers and the Chiefs. And then the year before, we were actually able to go to Super Bowl in Atlanta, and we saw the Patriots and the Rams. So that was a special one because our client Julian Edelman ended up being the MVP of that game, and we got to meet him and take pictures with him after the game, and he showed us the championship trophy, the Lombardi Trophy. So that was probably one of my best memories in my business, because I was able to share it with my family.
Wow, that's so awesome. Well, Ollie, I'll have to take you one day, I guess, after
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, after COVID, we'll see if we can all get out to a game, and then next time the 49ers make the Super Bowl, you'll have to get your dad to take you.
Yeah, we're gonna make a deal that if he achieves certain goals, gets his grades up, and does all the good things around the house, then I'll definitely have to take him.
Perfect. What grade are you in, Ollie?
First
grade. Are you doing distance learning right now, or are you guys in school?
On the computer.
On the computer. Okay. Is your dad a very good teacher, or does your mom help you with that?
No, I have a teacher. I go in line with her.
Oh, good.
But
Good.
mommy helps with
some of the homework that we do when we hang up on the class.
Yeah.
and Daddy's in charge of
good.
PE and some other stuff, and we watch a lot of football, don't we, Ollie?
And I made a super good play a few days ago.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I ran to the trees where our park is, which was far from my dad. He threw it to me, and I caught it.
Good for you. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, you're lucky that you can play with your dad, and hopefully when you get to college, I'll be watching you play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's angling here to get you on as his agent, but in due time, Ollie, we have some time for that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, a couple more questions here before we wrap
Three
up.
more
No,
questions?
actually, two more actually.
No, 3.
No, 2. Okay, what's this one?
Who inspired you?
Oh, that's a good question. I've always looked up to my dad and admired him and the way that he's handled business and the life lessons that he's taught me. So, I definitely would have to say my dad has been one of my biggest inspirations, and not only in my business, but in life as well. So I'll have to say my dad.
Wow, that's a great story. And I've actually met Carter's dad, and yeah, great man. All right,
Thank
now
you.
we're gonna end with this last question. We usually end our shows with some.
You mean every time?
Yeah, pretty much. So we like to ask our guests for some kind of some positivity, some advice, and go ahead, Ollie. Go for it.
What advice do you have for kids who want to be sports agents?
Well, like your dad said, I think it starts with getting a good education and making sure that you have a solid foundation. And as you continue to excel in school, Ollie, you're going to learn about hard work, and you're going to understand the value of relationships. And so I think those are things to build on. And I always tell my clients that your reputation is the only thing that people can't take away from you. Okay, so you always want to make sure that you handle your business with integrity and honesty, and show other people that if you say you're going to do something, then you're going to do it, and you're not just going to do it, but you're going to do it the best that you can. And I think that's something for all young kids and adults as well to live by and to learn from. And if you do that, you'll certainly have success, and you'll make relationships that will last a long time. And I think will help you not only in business but in life. So the last thing I think that's important is study the people that have what you're doing is fantastic. Talking to people and looking to people that have gone before you and have had experiences, and try and learn from them, good and bad. You can learn something from everybody, and as you go throughout life and talk to people, take the opportunity to listen and to try and learn from people that have had experiences. I guess your elders, if you will. It sounds like you're doing a good job of that, and you've got a great mentor in your dad to give you an example. So just keep up the good work, and I'm excited to watch you grow and develop, Ollie.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for your insight, your time, and your advice, Carter. I remember when we first met years ago, at the UH game. I think I joked around and said, Chow's got to stick together, and I'm glad we've been able to stay in touch and develop a friendship, buddy. So thanks so much for this.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Now, is there any way I can? Am I going to be able to listen to this podcast at some point?
Yes.
You could send it to you.
Yeah, so my job as the producer and the talent booker is to get this all together, and we put it up on YouTube on our YouTube channel, The Sharpshooter.
Oh, wow.
And we'll be sure to send you the link, and hopefully we can share this with some other people that want some positivity.
Yeah, fantastic. That's great. And then you know what I'll do? I'll send it to Jimmy Garoppolo so that he has a copy of it too. Okay.
Oh man, Ollie just got the biggest smile. So, all right. Well, let's thank Carter for his time and wish him happy holidays. Come on.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.